So I'm actually a fan of the desk setup. It makes me feel like I have a late night show or something. I don't know, I kind of like this. But now it's quarantine time. No, lame, probably. Anyways, I wanted to do a little Q&A session while I take a little break from editing and see what you guys have to say, what you guys have to ask, and give as much value as I can. So if you didn't see the Q&A box and want to respond next time, I did it on my Will Hype Productions Instagram page. Will that focus? I'm trying to hold the story while also trying to get it to focus. There it is. So I did it on this page and I had a couple of questions, so I'm excited for it. Here we go. First question, actually the first 3 questions. Thanks, Allie guys. Love editing y'all's vlogs. They're very entertaining. They're very fun to do. The best tips someone has ever given you. The very first question, of course, I have to think about. Hold on. The best tip someone has ever given me is don't listen to anyone when you have a dream or passion that you want to achieve. I mean, I've heard, Aaron, this is not a suitable career. You'll never make a living doing this. I've heard, Aaron, focus on your grades rather than this work because your grades will get you farther in life. I've heard, anyways, I can't think of any more things that I've heard at this moment, but I'm sure if I thought about it for 5 more minutes, 1, I would actually have something to say, and 2, it would kind of make me mad a little bit. But that's really the best tip I've ever received is don't let anyone hate on your dreams. And that sounds really cliche, but you'd be surprised. There's actually people that want to put others down in glory for themselves, and that's fair. I mean, if that's what you have to do to succeed in life, by all means go for it, but I'm just a firm believer in just stay quiet, do the work, and good things will come. Next question from Allie Grice. Thanks, Allie. When did you first start videography and photography? I actually started videography when I was about 11 or 12 years old. I made dumb YouTube videos. This was back in the days when really nobody was on YouTube and it wasn't as saturated as this. I made videos like parodies for commercials and whatever, and I was always the kid in middle school that if you had the choice between a school video project or whatever, whether it be a paper, I don't know what it is, I always chose to do the video and strive to be the best person that had the best video in that class. So really, video goes back from middle school, probably. So I was really doing these videos for fun, nothing too serious, until one day I was making gaming videos on YouTube, and I probably had a good 5,000-6,000 subscribers at the time, and a partnership network, back when you had to have a network to make money on YouTube, reached out to me, and I remember receiving my first $50 check in the mail from this partnership company, whatever they're called now. I can't even remember what they're called. I just thought that was the coolest feeling in the world, and it's kind of ironic now, like I'm not making any money off this. I'm just literally doing this for fun. The light bulb just went off thinking, I can make money with this full time. I could probably support myself if I continued to, you know, improve the skill and work on the craft. And so that's kind of what happened. So now on the photography side of things, I got my first DSLR, like real camera, probably freshman year of college. And I just started taking pictures around the college campus, whether it was a fraternity event or whatever. Lo and behold, I kind of got my first graduation photo shoot, and that's kind of how all things played out. So it was never something that I actually imagined doing. It just kind of fell into place. And the last question from Allie Grice. Who are your favorite vloggers? You guys. No, but for real. I enjoy editing y'all's vlogs, and it's not like I don't watch y'all's vlogs because I watch them repetitively about 12 to 15 times depending on how long it takes to edit them, but for real, y'all make amazing content. If I had to pick my favorite vloggers, one of those would be Scott McKenna, who runs a video production company up in Allentown, Pennsylvania. He does amazing work. He does video production full time and runs a big company, not big company, but I think now 7 to 10 employees. I'm not sure where that number falls. And it also inspires me to keep improving and keep growing as a business. Okay, so I had to really look up who I subscribe to on YouTube, and some of those include Corridor Crew, who is a video production company out of Los Angeles who specializes in visual effects. They're really funny to watch. If I ever had the chance to meet them, it'd be awesome because I've been watching them since back in the old YouTube days. Becky and Chris, who is just a new subscription that I just found. They make great content on creating content. It's very informative, very entertaining. Love those guys. Matty Hapoya, I think that's how you say his last name. He's a Canadian-based filmmaker. So really, all of these people are filmmakers, video people that I just appreciate. The next question from Avery Wilhite, my brother. He always asks really good questions, so I appreciate it. Have you ever experienced burnout or loss of interest? If so, what'd you do? To be honest with you, when you start doing this full time, you get into burnout or a creative block all the time. And it's not something that is fun and you wish you could get over it, but it just happens. And the way I get out of that mindset is to learn something new or do something different. When you start treating it as a hobby again instead of doing it as a job, you really start to appreciate the whole craft again, and that allows you to keep growing creatively. The next question coming from Sarah Baxter Photo says, what is your favorite Sony lens? So I honestly only own 2 Sony lenses. Well, 3 Sony lenses. One that you're seeing right now is a 25mm Zeiss Batis lens. I love that lens, great wide angle, but I really wish I had the 24 1.4 G Master from Sony. So that's not my favorite lens. Hold on. So this right here, if you can see it, is the 85mm Sony G Master lens. This lens is honestly my favorite piece of equipment so far in the camera video world. I've had this lens for around 1.5 years, 2 years now, and if this was glued to my camera, I kid you not, I would not be mad. This is honestly such a great lens, but I'm really devastated right now because not only did I drop it, and you might can see the scratch on it, you might not can see the scratch on it, and also it's got a really big nick right here, so you can't actually put a lens filter on, which I'm kind of devastated, but it still produces amazing photos and videos. It can also function as a very fancy paperweight. Next question comes from Clay. Hey Clay, are the glasses prescription? Yes, they are prescription. Wow, I got a tiny head. Look at that. Yes, they are prescription. I actually can't see far away. Yeah, these are not for style. Trust me, they get in the way too much. If they were for style, I'd have already thrown them away. Micah Camper asked, how do you get so good looking? Self-distancing. Hank Blue Collective asked, how do you get a dope pose like this? And if you don't know the pose, it's me doing the... Honestly, I was probably actually thinking of something and Danielle Photog, which I'll mention in just a second because I saw a question from her, snapped the picture and it's a cool Airstream. So cool dope poses includes acting like you know something or thinking about doing something. She also asked, do you offer trainings and seminars? I'll pay. To be honest with you, since we are in this little quarantine stage, this self-distancing lifestyle, I've actually considered doing seminars and workshops online. And if that's something you're interested in, obviously leave a comment down below. And if I get enough likes or whatever, I'll actually probably do it because teaching people is something that I'm very passionate about, and sharing this craft with others is, I just get so much joy out of it. Danielle Photography asks, who took that cool photo of you? You're a legend. You actually made me look halfway decent and I appreciate that. Presley asks, how do you stay creative with your content? Do you ever feel like you hit a creative block with weddings, since a lot of people's big day consists of the same thing? It's kind of funny that you asked that because I know that I gave a generic answer just beforehand, but with weddings, I go into each wedding thinking about a new story. Because with every one of my wedding films, which is what I'm actually editing now, I want to piece together their unique stories. So throughout the day, I'll be looking at the key things, picking out the different subtle details that will tell the story and craft the video together. So yeah, that's all the questions I have. If you have any questions for next time, send me a DM. Just wait till I post another question and answers box. And for now, stay quarantined. That's lame.